What's up, my plebeians and peasants? It's Donlad, aka the richest kid in America.
That was great.
That was good.
That was great.
That was
Fantastic.
good. Wow, that was quite the intro.
Yes, that is. How else could you introduce the richest kid in America? Like, come on.
I just want to start this off by saying I did a little bit of research right before you came over, and I came across someone named Preston Bezos.
Preston Bezos.
That's his
Sounds
name.
like Jeff Bezos' son, right?
Right.
It just so
yeah.
happens to be. And if my calculations are correct, I believe he is probably the richest kid in America.
I mean, if you say it like that, probably that it's a possibility, but it's not because I'm the richest kid in America.
And what makes you the richest kid in America?
Is it verified?
Well, it's not like verified. It's not like a fact, but it's just who I am as a person. It's not like money wise. It's just me.
Rich in life experience, in money,
in
and money
wealth
too,
also.
and wealth
Yeah,
too.
in wealth.
How did that term come about? We want to know from the very beginning, because this all started when I watched a video from a YouTube channel called Truly with like 10 million subscribers, and they featured you as the richest kid in America. And I was like, wait a second, I've seen you before in other channels with Faze Rug.
Yes.
Tanner Fox, I believe,
Yes.
too. So you've been kind of floating around the YouTube scene. How did the richest kid start?
So it was probably 3 to 4 years ago. I was walking my dog, Bruiser, I have a French bulldog, around the neighborhood, and I heard a Lambo. So I walk over, interest, because I'm a big car nerd, and it's Faze Rug, and he's just chilling in his front yard. I actually didn't even know who he was, so I was just talking for him. I was just talking to him for a little bit, and then I went back home, and I saw him on my YouTube recommended page. I'm like, wait, that's the guy I just met. So a little later, I DM'd him, and he responded, and he said he wanted to film. So my first video actually was with Faze Rug.
What was the message? What do you send to Faze Rug to make him want to film?
I don't think I still have the message. I can look, but it was something along the lines like, hey, you can come and film at my house if you want to, because he knows that I'm his neighbor with the biggest house in the neighborhood. So
Did you say that? You must have said that in the message.
No, he knew I had it, because
Okay.
when I met him, I was talking. He's like, where do you live? I'm like, the big one up on the hill.
Wow. Okay. So you're flexing on Faze Rug.
I was flexing
You
on
one-upped
Faze
him.
Rug a
And you
little bit.
one-upped him.
Yeah, my house is like up here, and his is just like right down the street.
So you look
here.
at his house.
Yeah, I can
you
see
look
his
down
house
on his
from mine.
house.
I
Okay.
look- yeah.
Do you wake up in the morning and just look down at his house and be like, look at,
You know,
look at that
sometimes
guy?
I'll be out in the backyard and I'm like, oh look, there's Rug.
Wow. Okay. So he was impressed, and he said he wanted to film. What did you guys film?
So he came over and he did a house tour. He actually DM'd me. He's like, I want to do like an MTV Cribs type style video. So he comes over, he films, he surprises me with Tanner Fox.
Wow.
And Tanner also vlogs the day exploring the house. And then the next day he's like, are you ready for this video? It's going to be a banger. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to see it. And then I get the notification, meet the richest kid in America, 13 years old.
Wow.
That was a good title.
That was a great title.
That was a
It
great
was a good
title.
Did he
title.
vet you? Like, or he doesn't like ask you if that's
No, I
He
had
said
no
his house
clue.
was $10 million. So I did a full reaction to his house tour where he said it was a $10 million house. I'm like, the guy, he paid 3.5 for it. I mean, it's closer to being worth 0 than it is $10 million when you put it that way.
That is true.
So,
Yeah, I had no
okay.
clue. He said he wanted to do a house tour, and then I just saw it on my phone. And then that video got over 10 million views,
Yeah.
so the name stuck with me. Then other people started reaching out, filming me, like Jack Doherty, the Funk Bros, Tanner, and they all used Richest Kid in America in their title, so it's like, what else would I call myself? All these millions of people know me by the richest kid in America.
So you just walked into it. It was kind of just like there, and you kind of just
yeah. I suppose that's better than like calling yourself the richest kid in America. Like at least someone else gave you that title. And after 10 million views, it kind of sticks.
Yeah, it happened to me. Like the name was like not even given to me. It wasn't even an option. Like it was already out by millions of people before I had a say in it.
Yeah.
Not saying anything bad. I don't mind it. I like the title, but
I don't mind. I like the title too. Now I'm curious, what did your parents think when Faze Rug was going to go to your house, show it to millions of people, include you in the video and the title? Was there any hesitation, like maybe he's 13, he should not be showing off our house like this? We want to do the stealth wealth. We don't want people to know.
well, this was at my dad's house, and my dad's like very old fashioned, old styled. He has like 3 phones, and he doesn't use any of them because he doesn't know how to work them. Like he doesn't even know how to use his cell phone. He he doesn't even know what YouTube is. He calls me a podcaster. And I'm like that. That's how much he knows about YouTube. According to him, I'm a podcaster.
You have a radio show.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he didn't know what Faze Rug was. He had no clue. When I told him he has like 15 million subscribers, that doesn't mean anything to my dad. To my dad, it's just like, hey, I have a friend coming over.
That's a flex. Faze Rug, what is that? I step, but we have that in the living room. We got a rug. Gee, okay. Well, I guess the question then is, what does your dad do?
So my dad, he's been retired for a little bit, but he is into real estate mainly. He owns apartment complexes. He started off with like mobile home parks, but then he transitioned over to apartment complexes. He has many in Phoenix, Arizona.
Where's he from?
He is from Los Angeles.
Wow, really? How did he get into that? I'm curious.
Well, at 25 or 26, his mom passed away, and she left him with a mobile home park. And then he took that business, he worked on it, he kind of grew it up, and then his dad also helped him. And then he grew that, he bought it for 1.2 million. He then just sold it recently for 62 million. The same.
Wow.
Wait, the mobile home park?
The mobile home park, yes. So then he went from mobile home parks with the 62 million. He bought his current house and then just into other apartment complexes.
Wow.
That's incredible.
So he's retired. So he's not into. He still owns the apartment buildings.
He owns them all, but he has managers.
Yeah.
He has everyone working for him. He just sits at home and an occasional phone call.
Is there a reason he's not in the videos? Why not? Why not?
He's in a few videos.
He is. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't really understand it. So if I ask him to be in it, he'll say sure. It's about
How old is he?
He is 65.
It's impressive.
So how old are you right now?
I'm 15.
And when the video initially came out introducing the richest kid in America, how old were you?
I just turned 13. So I've been at it for
Wow.
2 years.
So, but what made you at 13 say that, like, okay, now I want to run with the richest kid title?
You know, this is where I messed up. I didn't. I had probably 2 posts on Instagram. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't have a TikTok. So I think I grew 30,000 followers on Instagram the first day. But, you know, I wanted to meet Faze Rug. I wanted him to come film. I didn't realize at the time how big of a YouTuber he was. Because I didn't even really watch YouTubers. A lot of kids watch YouTubers like, oh my gosh, Faze Rug. When I met him, I genuinely had no clue who he was. And I didn't realize that he was so big. So I had him plug my Instagram, but it had like 2 posts and I wasn't consistent. I didn't post. I had a YouTube channel that I created after that I made probably like 1 or 2 videos a month. And I was growing like crazy, but I didn't understand the numbers. I didn't understand like how successful it actually was. And I didn't push it enough.
Got it. But when did you start making YouTube videos then and leaning into that whole
Probably
brand?
a few months after, like 2 or 3 months after.
Okay.
And then I had fun doing it, and I realized I wanted to do it, like seriously, probably like 6 months after.
What do your parents think of that?
My mom, she loves it. She supports it. She helps me with everything. Like she's always finding videographers, editors, anything I need really to help make my videos. And then my dad supports it. He just doesn't know a lot about it.
How much money do you spend per video, would you say? Because I've seen some where you're doing some pretty crazy stuff. I saw you wrapped your mom's car.
Yeah, I spent $10,000 on that because they wrapped the entire car in 24 hours.
They didn't help you out? Like they didn't say like, oh, we're getting a free promotion, we'll wrap your car?
I wish. I truly wish, but no, I actually paid for it. In full price.
Wow.
So
And-
that was,
yeah.
we should probably also introduce the fact that was in the video that Graham initially reacted to of you that was posted on you. And then you got back to Graham and that's how this whole thing came about.
Right. What did you think of my reaction to you?
I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah?
good. You know, I didn't no hard feelings from it.
Any complaints? Anything I maybe missed in the video? Anything maybe I said something that was like, that's not true?
I think you were fair about it.
Okay.
But yeah, you're like, oh, he calls himself the richest kid in America. But as I've already explained, you know, that's not really like my calling to myself. I don't mean to be like cocky. You know, that was like,
Got it.
that's my title.
Okay. The house you lived in was also the house. Is that the house? I won't say where it is. Los Feliz?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
You actually live there.
We actually bought that. It used to be
You
a
did.
content house, but yes, we purchased it.
So anyway, I'm very familiar with that house.
Oh yeah, so we actually have a few issues with the house. Like it's an awesome house.
Yeah.
But like for example, there's a leak in the ceiling. Like they disclosed the house when they sold it to us as there are 0 issues, no issues with anything. There's quite a few issues. Like there's a leak in the ceiling and it was coming through the speaker onto our couch. So we have a guy cut open the ceiling, see what's there. And apparently the house was leaking, and how they fixed the leak is they just put a bowl under the leak to catch the water. No. Yes, they put a bowl in the ceiling and it just catches the water. But one day the bowl overfilled and it started coming.
No.
Yes.
First, I want to thank Upstart for sponsoring this video. If you're carrying a credit card balance month after month, it can feel like it's never ending. I mean, debt is a huge obstacle to overcome, but Upstart is here to help you get on the path to financial freedom by helping you pay off that debt smarter and faster. Upstart is a super fast and easy way to pay off all your debt with a personal loan, and the best part is that it's all online. You can pay off credit cards, consolidate any high-interest debt, or even fund a personal expense. Over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get their loan with a simple fixed monthly payment. Unlike your traditional loan companies, Upstart actually considers your income and current employment to help you find a smarter rate on your loan. It only takes 5 minutes to check your rate online, and you can see your percentage up front if you borrow between $1,000 and $50,000. And they work so fast, you get your funds as soon as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payment today by going to upstart.com/ICH. That's upstart.com/ICH. Don't forget to use our custom link to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined on your credit, income, and other certain information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/ICH. Thank you so much, Upstart, for sponsoring this episode, and back to the podcast.
So you say you have, didn't you say you had multiple houses? How does this work?
Well, we buy and sell, and I've lived in probably like 15 to 20 houses growing up. So right now we have 2 houses in San Diego. We just sold one, or it's going through escrow in LA. And then we have the current one we own LA, and then a condo in LA, and then an apartment in New York. And then we just recently sold our condo in the Bahamas, but we're looking to get another one.
Are these just empty in the meantime, or are they rented out?
2 of them are rented out. One of them, okay, here's actually a funny story. This is one of the dumb rich people things my dad has done. So he bought this house for like $6 million. And in Rancho Santa Fe, San Diego.
Great area.
Yeah, great. Right, you know Cielo? Right up on the top of the mountain. Beautiful new modern house. It was 1 year old when he bought it. And so there were some olive trees. He wanted palm trees instead. So he got these giant, like 60-foot tall palm trees. He paid $1 million for 2 palm trees.
How? How is it $1 million for 2 palm trees?
They're big palm trees. Like, they're like probably that big around.
How tall?
Really tall. Taller than the 3-story house.
It's like 40 feet tall palm trees. How is that?
And so they were craning them in, and they burst pipes for the neighborhood.
By craning them in?
Yeah, by
just the weight,
inserting
digging the hole, or was it
digging the hole? And so the pipes burst. It ended up costing my dad $2 million, and they're like digging through, replanting the trees, all this construction in his front yard. So what he did is he just left the house 15 minutes down the road, bought another house, and for the past 3 years, that one house has just been sitting there empty with no one in it.
No.
It's just sitting there.
That doesn't make sense to me. So, well, first of all,
because he found a bigger house he liked. The new house is 27,000 square feet.
Oh, jeez.
Where the last one was only 10,000.
God. Oh, okay. So it has nothing to do really with the pipe bursting. It's
if
just
the pipe didn't burst, he wouldn't have
have
moved.
seen the other house he liked more.
Exactly.
Bought the new house. It's better.
Exactly.
Why? Is there a reason he didn't sell it? Or it's just like, I guess he's probably made a little money keeping it empty.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just forgot about it, genuinely. Like, I remember once, like 2 years after it happened, I asked him about it, and he's like, I don't know. Like, he does. I was thinking, like, what if I just go there and, like, stay for a few nights? Like, it's a giant mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, just empty.
And what did he say?
Oh, no, I didn't ask him yet.
Why
I haven't
not?
been there in a while, but I was
Can
like,
we stay there?
Right, we should all go.
Can we?
Make a trip to Rancho Santa Fe.
I would do it.
Stay in the second house.
I would do it in a second.
It has like giant water slide, infinity pool.
Come on.
Let's go.
I would love to go. If you
should
send him a text, you say, Graham, we got this weekend at the house, just one day.
Just one
I
day.
would do it. Just one
And it
day.
has like a
One
movie
day,
theater.
Yes, one day, but we have to spend the night. Just one day.
Yes.
And then that way you could say you were over there. I would do it.
My bed's like bolted into the ceiling in that house. It's like a really cool house. There's like I think 17 iPads that control the house, and like you're in the movie theater, you like press a button, all the lights will go off, all the chairs will recline, and like drapes will open, and it presents you like the movie.
How much is the house worth?
I think he bought it for $6 million.
But that doesn't make sense to spend 6 and then spend another million on palm trees. Like why would that ever make sense for the $6 million house to spend $1 million on palm trees?
My dad is the person you need on this podcast.
Okay.
You need to talk to my dad.
Okay.
He's the person that buys $1 million palm trees because he likes the look of them.
Would he come on the podcast?
He probably would. He's a fun person. He has a lot of stories.
Okay. I would do that too.
I think one of his apartment complexes is for sale right now for $155 million.
No, really?
In Phoenix, yeah.
Wait,
one of his main.
How much was the new house that he wanted to buy in San Diego, though, or that he did buy?
It was built for $30 million, and it took 5 years to build.
Wow.
And he has like one painting worth $1 million because it's like his whole ceiling when you first walk in is like hand painted.
So that was a custom piece.
Yes.
Then
the whole ceiling was a custom piece.
Are you able to disclose his net worth or what his
or like what you think it might? Now we're just curious.
Yeah, because at first you were like, yeah, you sold the thing for what, 60 million? I'm like, oh, it's probably
that's
worth
what
like 60 million.
I thought it ended. I stopped there.
Oh no!
Stops there.
That
like,
was
60 mil. I'd be like, wow.
One of his smaller businesses. He has
small business.
Gosh.
He has the one for sale for like $155 million, and that's one out of like 6 apartment complexes.
Does he have partners on this, or is it just like he's a one-man show?
No, it's him. He has some partners with other stuff.
Wow.
But anytime he works with partners, it doesn't go well.
Wow. I believe it. I mean, listen, at that level, you don't need partners.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
you are the partner.
It's like Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah.
It's like him.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I mean, do you know like 300 million, 400 million? Just like you could guess. If you don't know, you don't know. It's fine.
Genuinely, I have no clue what he does with his money. I'll be in a hot tub with him, and he's like, I just invested 100 or 200,000 in this stock and this, and he's like, oh, I just made however many million doing this. I have no clue because every day he does some random thing that could cost him millions or make him millions.
You ever curious though? Because if that were my, I'd be like just all day, be like, let me just see what you do all day.
I ask him, and
he
just says a lot. He doesn't tell me exactly how much money he has.
That could be for the best, because then it's like we don't exactly know. But I would be just kind of following, kind of watching, see what's going on.
He definitely makes a good income.
Wow.
So were you born and then you grew up your entire life with this like level of wealth, or was this something that happened more recently?
Oh no, he's had this. He's always been wealthy for the past like 40 years. Or his family, they've always been wealthy, but just like in the past probably 10, 15, 20 years has he gotten like really wealthy.
Why did
8 figures. Or wait, no, 9 figures.
9 figures. Yeah. Why does he live in California?
He just likes it. We know the taxes, all that stuff. Obviously, he hates that part, but he just loves the weather, and he just loves looking at California, living in California.
At that point, it doesn't matter, I don't think. Right?
It's the principle of it. Like we were trying to find a good deal on a Sony A7S3. And I'm looking at the price online. It's like $3,600, $3,500. And I'm like, no way, that's too much. I want to get the used one and save a few $100. And so it's just the principle of it. It's like if you don't have to spend that much, maybe you spend a little bit less.
Oh, agreed.
So that's the way I look at it.
But his businesses are all in Arizona. Most businesses. Sure. So I don't know how he does that. All I know is in 2018, he paid no income tax legally with write-offs.
Maybe that's how he's staying in California. Because here's the thing: if his businesses are in Arizona, if he's a full-time resident of California, it doesn't matter where your income comes. If you live in California and that's where you reside, that's where you pay tax. If he's in Arizona, he would pay tax on Arizona. But yeah, I'm sure he's able to use a lot of those buildings, just write off everything. So yeah, I mean, hypothetically, you could have $100 million net worth, make on paper $8 million a year, but then pay no tax. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know what he's doing, but it's possible.
I just want to know what it was like to grow up with that level of wealth. Like how was your day different than others? Were your friends the same like wealth status? What was it like?
So right now, I don't like to consider myself like a spoiled brat, but I do admit when I was younger, I definitely was. So we would have like limos come pick us up like everywhere we go, like to take us to the airport. And then like once we get checked in at the airport, always first class. My dad never flew private. He doesn't like little planes. He doesn't even really like planes. But I remember like I was just on a first class flight. This was like, because usually we fly to like Europe or like across the country. So where you get like your own like little room, you lay down.
I've seen
those
those videos, yeah.
Yeah, that was like all I flew until I was like 8. And then I went on a shorter flight. It was like 3 hours and I'm in first class, but it's just like a normal first class seat. And I was like throwing a fit. I'm like, this first class sucks. You can't even lay down. The TVs are so small. I'm probably like 6 or 8 years old and I'm throwing a fit because of how bad the first class was.
Wow.
That's incredible.
I've never flown first class. Ever.
Yeah,
One day I will. I'll use some credit card points on that.
First, I want to thank our sponsor, Grammarly. With all the different YouTube channels we run as a team, it's important to streamline our workflow and save as much time as possible. And one of the best ways we've done that is with Grammarly Premium. We use Grammarly Premium to give us real-time feedback on our writing all throughout the day. I personally use Grammarly Premium when I'm emailing other creators, inviting them onto the podcast, writing sponsor scripts just like this one. And don't tell Graham, but I even use it sometimes when I message people on Tinder.
Have you had any luck with that?
No, it hasn't helped with Tinder yet, but it's not Grammarly's fault. Grammarly Premium has tons of different features, such as clarity suggestions to help me get my message across quickly without using repeated or unnecessary words. And they also give me vocab suggestions to replace overused or platitudinous words and phrases. It's super easy to see how I can deliver my message clearly and accurately the first time with Grammarly Premium. And with their browser plugin and mobile app, I can use it anywhere I go. Hit send with confidence and get your point across more effectively with Grammarly Premium. Get 20% off Grammarly Premium by signing up at grammarly.com/icedcoffee. That is 20% off at grammarly.com/icedcoffee. Thank you so much, Grammarly, for sponsoring this video, and back to the podcast. So other than that, like what was it like? You had limos everywhere. Did you have, I'm sure you had private chefs always like at your house and stuff like that.
Chefs?
Like,
We don't have chefs that live with us, but we've had like chefs like come over and cook. Because my dad owns a sushi restaurant.
No way.
So
Where?
The sushi's in San Diego.
I wanna
It's
go.
in La Jolla, like by the beach.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so they'll come and cook, or he likes to throw parties, but with COVID, he hasn't really thrown many.
Wow.
I remember he said like one party he got like 50,000 worth of alcohol, like big parties.
That must be like champagne. Like it's got to be expensive champagne. 50 grand.
A lot of hard liquor too.
Yeah, but that's not like 50 grand where it's got to be wine.
Yeah, it's really nice stuff.
Yeah.
And at what point in your life did you realize that you were like well off, or like to the extent that you were?
Because the thing is, we lived in neighborhoods where every other person, and like you're going to country clubs, every person is like very wealthy. I probably at like 12 years old, or like 11 or 12, I was like going to like my other friends at schoolhouses. And then like whenever they came over to our house, they were like, oh my gosh. And I was like, I just thought it was normal, because that's all I've ever seen was like been in all these very luxury. My mom kept me in like a really real bubble when I was young. So I was probably like 11 or 12. I realized that we were even just wealthy.
And how would you say growing up with that level of wealth has affected your happiness? Do you think that you've been a lot happier having it? Do you think it doesn't affect your happiness? Do you think it affects it negatively?
Or also, do you think it sets the bar too high?
It definitely sets the bar really high. Like because now my parents are divorced. I live with my mom. But when we were together, my dad obviously has more money than my mom. He's very, very well off. So then like when you do normal things, or like we never wait in lines for anything. It's like, I know that sounds terrible. Like now we like wait in lines, normal stuff. But like when we were younger, there were no lines for anything because no one else was like doing what we were doing. Really, like when you go, you take the like the limo to the airport, and they check in at the like the lounge, like the Delta One area. So there's like now when you like wait in lines, it's like it sets the bar so high, because when everything you do is like the top of the world, the most luxurious out of everything, then when you do things that are even just like nice, they're just like, they don't impress you as much.
But maybe those could be good experiences to see like a bit of both, you know?
They're great experiences. It doesn't make you happier, but it gives you a lot more options to do things that make you happy.
Yeah, sure.
Like if you really enjoy like scuba diving, you can like go to Australia and like scuba dive with whale sharks or like stuff like that. So it gives you the opportunity to do a lot of things.
I was just going to ask, have you found it difficult to find something that you're passionate about, something that you could work towards if you don't necessarily need to in the first place?
I fell in love with YouTube, and just like the influencer life probably like a year and a half ago. In the beginning, I wasn't too about it. But then when I started learning like the algorithm and doing all the tags and that stuff, I got like so natural at it and I learned so much, and I have fun making content no matter like what it is.
Did you get an allowance as a kid?
No, I've never heard my dad say no. Like,
like, so that's
I have my parents' credit card numbers memorized, so it's like it's that.
So I'm just curious. I know this is such a dumb question, but like growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be able to like go to the local pizza shop and just be like, "Bink, I want a pizza." Like eating and buying food has always been like the best thing ever for me. Would you be able to realistically spend your money on anything whenever you want, as long as it's like under like $100 value per day or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Yeah.
I also pay a lot of stuff with my money because I have my card hooked up to my phone. So I just do Apple Pay everywhere I go. I pay for a lot of my stuff that I like want, but like obviously I have like a house. But like even when I'm out, I don't even really ask my mom like, hey, I need money to do this, because it's easier for me to just pay with my own money than for her to like send me money.
Got it. Well, let's talk about your finances for a second. So what are you making between everything? How's your business broken down?
Well, it depends, because you obviously know brand deals and sponsorships. So like right now I get paid to post Instagram reels. You know what reels are? Mm-hmm. So for each reel I post, I get $125.
From who?
Instagram.
How does that happen?
That from my manager in Brazil got me that. So I have a manager in Brazil, and basically Instagram is trying to push the reels like TikTok. So they want all the like big users or just like influencers to be posting reels consistently. So then I have to post a minimum of 3 a week. But for 9 months, Instagram is paying me to post reels. And I don't have to tag anyone, hashtag ad, nothing, just to post. That's all I have to do.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, so besides that, then what about just broad sponsorships, ad revenue? How's it broken down?
2 or 3 days ago, I filmed with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Really?
Yeah, they brought a really, I don't know when this is coming out, but it's fine.
Sure, yeah.
They brought a monster truck and it like delivered Cinnamon Toast Crunch to me, and like a big thing. I got paid like $7,000 for that.
Where is that going to be? Is that for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or is that
That's for me,
for your
TikTok.
channel? For TikTok?
They pay me to post TikTok.
Wow.
Who is your manager? How do we like?
Yeah, put the manager in touch with Jack so we could.
His name is Fabio. He lives in Brazil.
Is he looking for more clients or something like that?
I can text him.
Fabio,
on
hit
this
me up,
podcast, we love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is my favorite breakfast ever. I cannot survive without eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch every day.
It's true.
Please sponsor us. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's actually my favorite cereal.
Is it really?
Growing up, that's
Mine
like
too.
all I would ever ask.
It's been my favorite cereal.
It's really
too.
good.
So then when they reached out to me, I was really happy.
I'm actually being serious. Now I'm being serious.
Oh,
I
it's
love
my
Cinnamon
favorite.
Toast Crunch.
It's always been my. That's awesome.
My favorite piece are the ones at the very bottom that are like double, like
all the
stuff.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
And you bite into it. It's not like 100% crunchy, but it's kind of like a little soft because it's like half the cinnamon.
I have a crate at home, not a box, but I have like a wooden crate. You open it up and it's just like boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I have like a lifetime supply of Cinnamon Toast Crunch at home.
You know what I'm surprised they haven't done? You know how Oreos have the double stuff Oreo? What about a double Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Just double the cinnamon. Like if every piece
I feel like that would go against some sort of like health standard or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty unhealthy. But it would be very good.
Oh man, yeah. But anyway, okay, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like give us some other example. I like this part.
I've worked with Amazon, Nickelodeon.
Oh my God.
Just to like post a picture. This was back when I even had like 60,000 followers. They paid me to post a picture to like create awareness for their TV show and stuff like that. My sister helps me get brand deals, my brand manager. So it's just like all different. And then I always get free stuff all over. Like this shirt is a sponsorship.
What is that shirt?
Pari, P-A-R-I.
Okay.
They just sent me a ton of clothing.
A lot of this originated, would you say, from Faze Rug, from that one video?
Of course, yeah. The majority, even though they don't all subscribe to me, but that's also because I didn't even have a YouTube channel. This was my mistake when I filmed with Rug, and that video did huge. So I'll be out in public, and I will get swarmed. So many people know who I am. I have like 600,000 subscribers, but yet millions and millions of people have seen me. Like Rug's one video has 11 million. His other video has 10 million. Tanner's video has 8 million. Funkbro's video has 7 million. Piper's video has 7 million. So it's like so many different people all over have seen me and they like know who I am. So I get a lot of fans. I get a lot of like, that also helps with brand deals is like you as a person. They don't really care about your numbers so much, but like who you are.
Makes me wonder what Faze Rug is getting. I mean, if these deals are coming up for you, Faze Rug, it has to be 100 times more. I bet for Faze Rug to do that same thing, the same commercial Cinnamon Toast Crunch, 700 grand, 500 grand.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Now, what about your own like philosophies for personal finance investing? How much are you saving from what you make?
I don't really spend any of my money except I do a lot of write-offs because I'm like filming like my camera, my laptop, because I use that obviously to produce the content. And then when I'm like out filming, if I get like a snack, I can write that off because it's what helped me like the filming and stuff. But like I never really buy like things, items, like stuff I like for myself. So almost all the money goes into a savings account, but I do invest in things. Like I actually invested in this one company. It is where they THC and CBD, you know how it's grown. So this company managed to create it in a lab and it is identical. They were the first people to ever make lab grown THC that's consumable, and it is everything is identical. So I invested in that. I got 1,000 shares and now it hasn't even came out yet and it's already 4 times its price,
Okay.
but it's predicted to go to like 20 times. So I invested in that. I have cryptos, stuff like that.
What about, do you have a credit card?
No, I do not.
Can you get a credit card?
I should.
You should, yeah.
I know that.
Build some credit. It's good.
Authorized user. Start building your credit score. That's what I would do. Yeah. Immediately. So that's starting Monday. Become an authorized user. I would do American Express.
American Express.
Yeah. I think whatever American Express you have. Yeah. Authorized
we have
user.
the highest one.
The Centurion? Really? Do you have it here?
Show it.
Can we
Pull
see
it
it?
out.
Oh my god, that
Oh my god, you drop it.
No, that shocked me. It shocked me.
It shocked
You don't happen to have your
Wow.
gold card, do you? She has a card made out of solid gold and diamonds.
Oh, we want to see that.
What?
You don't have it with you?
So feel how heavy this is?
Yeah.
Wait, but that's
The other card makes that one feel like paper. The other card,
the other one has gold and diamonds?
solid gold.
Who makes that card?
Aurora Lifestyles. I want a Baymex, the American Express black card, but you have to be invited by American Express to get one. Like you can't get one. They have to offer you one.
Right.
So my mom got it. She had the second highest credit card, and she was like asking people around like, how do I get the black card? And they said, oh, you have to spend 200 grand in 1 year on the platinum card. So my mom said, okay. She went and she bought a Lamborghini Murcielago for like 300 grand on the credit card. She just bought a Lamborghini and she's like, now can I have my black card? And
Oh
they
my
were
How do you buy a lamp? Because I've never seen
at an
it.
auction.
At an auction?
At an auction. She bought a 2005.
At an auction?
She got a Marshall's auction online.
And they allow credit cards?
Typed in her credit card. She never saw it. She typed in her credit card, bought it online. It was a gated manual. Now the car's worth about $1 million.
Which card was this?
It was a black gated Murcielago.
Let's talk about that watch.
Okay.
Can we talk about that watch?
yeah.
No, talk about the ring.
Oh, okay. Can we see the talk about the
A seven-figure.
Do you want to sit down?
7-figure diamond ring.
Do you want to sit down
Come on the
here?
podcast.
Yeah, come on the
Mom.
podcast.
Come on the
Okay.
podcast. We have the one and only Momlad joining us on the podcast.
and she's come here to show us her watch
Wow,
and some
okay,
jewelry. Oh my!
Wow.
A fully iced out.
Is this factory or aftermarket?
It's actually aftermarket.
Okay.
Factory would be 10 times as much.
I
I'm like
bet.
you.
Yeah. It looks the
Do
same.
like a deal.
It
And
looks
so
the same. Yeah.
When I see things, I rather get a deal as well. Wow. So
You didn't get a deal on that ring though. That's a 7-figure ring.
No.
this ring is 13 carats. It's a
Well,
diamond.
the one diamond is 13 carats.
Yeah. And so that's a solitaire at 13 carats, which is, you probably never seen one this big because I always go out and anytime I see someone with a big ring, I'm like, mine's bigger. Not like
Christine.
Right.
Christine is the only one. Christine from Selling Sunset.
How big's that?
Hers was worth, I don't know how big it was.
1.2.
It's worth 1.2 million?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is like 900,000.
Okay.
Wow.
But I have earrings that are $1 million, but they're in
my
a safety deposit box.
gosh.
Those are 8 carats each.
Yeah.
He actually did a video on my mother's jewelry collection, and then we were robbed.
And then we got robbed.
No.
They stole.
took it?
Wait. After
they
the
didn't.
video?
They didn't.
So in her closet, I did a video like touring her jewelry collection because she actually she was on magazines for her custom jewelry. Like she has the Yvonne collection. That's what it's known as. She was famous for her jewelry back in the day. So I made a video about it in her closet. We leave town one weekend. We come back. She takes a shower. She goes into her closet, and I just hear her scream, "I've been robbed."
Yeah.
And all of her purses are missing. There's only one purse left, and it's facing towards us. They angled it, and it says "Rich Bitch."
No.
Yes.
So they left a message, and they stole all of her purses.
No.
She's collected clothing. She's owned consignment stores. So she had 6 figures worth of purses that they stole.
Wow.
Stole.
And so that must have been an inside. Do you suspect who that was?
I think
or
we lived in a private, gated, guarded community, and so it had to be an inside job.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We
Could be anyone.
yeah, and we were moving in the process of moving because we had rented our house to Megan
Right.
Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. And
Wow.
so
Wait, you're just gonna throw that out like that?
That's so random, right?
No big deal, right? Oh my!
And so I was renting them the house, and we were scheduled to move like in 2 weeks. So then we hired protection to sit at the house, armed protection, just so we would feel safe.
Oh my.
You know a funny
gosh.
thing I still haven't told my mom about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly? Remember how you were getting all those Amazon purchases for like $5 for movies, and you're like, who's watching all these movies? I never signed out of that Amazon account on the TV at their house, so it was their kids watching movies.
Wow.
It was Megan Fox's kids.
I'm like, who is watching movies? We were all out to dinner. Like,
But you
who's-
detected the $5 charge.
Of course I did.
Yeah. It's
good.
I detect
Yeah.
every charge.
Yeah.
I look
It's
at
the
everything.
difference between the mom and the dad, $1 million palm tree. I forgot about it. The mom,
100%.
The mom, $5.
I used
Who's
to-
watching this?
Yes. And it was actually
Oh my God.
millions of dollars in palm trees because he had to pull,
Millions.
I think, 20 olive trees out.
Oh,
and,
geez.
in order to put the palm.
I feel bad for the olive tree. Like I feel so bad. Any plant that's like alive,
He just
I don't
gave them
wanna-
away, and
Oh,
the
he gave
olive
'em
trees
away.
are worth like how much each?
It could be
They were
5-10
worth-
grand
Yes.
plus,
Well, he gave 'em
depending
to
on the
the
size.
nursery.
But there's
Oh, yeah.
20 of them.
Yeah. And so then it was the craning, the digging,
Yeah.
the architectural plans, everything, which was
Yeah.
the amount.
Wow. Yeah, Jason's olive trees were like 5 to 8, but they were like mature olive trees. But yeah, the big trees, 20.
His were pretty big.
Wow.
And he had 20 of them.
No, can we see the watch?
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a Rolex date? No, it's not. I'm
She wouldn't know.
I don't
It's
know.
not the.
Yeah, it's a day just.
No, you know what? That could be the big date just.
Oh my gosh, this is
Let me
crazy.
see. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It makes my watch like
Where's your watch?
it's the Submariner.
Yeah,
Rolex
no, it is a
Submariner.
date just.
Is that
hard to get
stainless steel?
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
Those are worth like 40 grand now.
I don't think they're worth 40.
no.
My jeweler said if I could go in a store and get one new.
Sure.
He said, because if you go into a Rolex store, there's nothing in the windows, there's nothing anywhere. So a stainless steel one. My jeweler told me if I could get him one, he would. My jeweler told me if I could get him one new, he would give me the $13,000 I paid for it and an extra $20,000.
No,
cash.
there's no way. There's
That's
no
what-
way.
I don't know if
You
it's this
could-
one
Yeah,
specific.
You can't
no.
find them. It's impossible in
No,
any store unless you bought.
but
Go,
you could get
okay,
them
then go
17,
to any
15, yeah.
go to any Rolex store and go in and try to buy a men's
Yeah,
stainless
but you're
steel.
not going to a dealer to buy that watch.
They said the
They-
jewelers won't.
You can only
Yeah,
find
yeah.
them like aftermarket. So
Right.
You're welcome to see it if you.
So if you can get a new one, they're worth so much now.
Well, how about that? You know what, Jack? You should sell it for 20 right now.
I'm not gonna.
You wouldn't sell it for 20?
Why?
Dude, this
Jack.
is my.
Oh my God! I
Come on.
sell everything.
Yeah, Jack.
Cash.
Seriously,
Yeah.
if,
No, because
if Donlad wants to pay
Why?
20
I'm
for
like
it,
an
sell it. I'm
Apple
telling
pay
you,
him
you'd be
20
an
grand.
idiot. You would be idiot not to sell that watch for 20.
I would have
always
to
think
FaceTime my jeweler and
You need to sell it.
Jack,
You're welcome to FaceTime your jeweler.
I
see.
Dude, come
Jack,
on! This is my first watch, dude.
I'm telling you,
buy another one.
Jack, it was because of me that you got that watch, and it's because of me you should sell it for 20.
But it means a
hi-
lot.
I don't care how much it means. 20,000 means more. I'm telling you, if you could get 20 for that watch right now, take it. 100%.
Don't
You'd be
get emotionally
stupid.
attached to
You'd be
items.
stupid for
Why?
not
I was
taking it.
planning on giving this to my son. I already had plans
Listen,
to do
Yeah,
so
but
much.
if you
no,
could get 20.
not yet. I don't have a girlfriend yet either, but that's in the works. Okay, I was planning on giving this to my son, and maybe if I sell it for 20, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. This is.
Oh, foot down. Sorry, foot down.
There you go.
Gotta have my foot down.
There's this. All right. Well, anyway, Federico
incredible.
Talks Watches really gave us a good hookup on that watch. Highly recommend him for if you want to get a watch. And I see you're not wearing a watch, right?
I am not wearing a watch.
Federico, if you're watching this, actually, you should. We could hook you up with Federico.
I could use
Get a watch.
Where is he?
Florida.
Or we could try to go find the watch after this podcast.
Yeah, so we had an idea. We could do this, is going shopping with the richest kid in America for the vlog. If you want to do it, if there's a place you want to go shopping.
Is there that pawn shop out here that has all the jewelry
Gold and
and
silver.
stuff?
Yeah.
Wait, you're
Is it
talking
any
about Rick
good?
Harrison?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's
Yeah, it's
not.
all
Honesty.
overpriced. Like, have you ever seen those videos? Like, how much does your fit cost? Like, have you seen those?
Oh, yeah.
How
I
much
love
does
those
your fit
videos.
cost?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do that
and the
with like
guy's like,
both you guys?
$50,000.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
$400. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be a lot. I could go. Okay, so this was free.
Right. That's good.
This was free. Found in my mom's closet. The pants probably like $40.
Those shoes look nice though.
I painted those. I made them myself.
What?
How do you paint
They
these?
were all white, and then
Wow.
yeah, I painted them myself because we
How?
had a pink prom for influencers. So I made pink Jordans.
You did a good job.
You
For
wait.
the-
How did you paint?
I
those?
wouldn't have been able to. Yeah.
How did
we'll get
you?
some B-roll
How
of
did
that.
you paint that though? With like a Sharpie or what?
No, I did Angelus leather paint. I've made like probably like 10 pairs of custom shoes.
Wow.
It's one of my hobbies. I like shoes, so I design custom ones.
Good
I
job.
really like that. I thought those would just
They
be.
were all white when I got them.
Yeah. I was about to say I've never seen them like that, and oh,
How much were the shoes?
110. So my fit
bad.
is less than
$110.
$200.
that's not bad.
Mom lad.
Mom lad, let's see.
Let's hear it. Including even your
You have to-
earrings
yeah.
and your chain, the fanny pack.
Yo, look at the shoes.
Are the Louis Vuitton?
Those are Louis Vuitton. Wow. Look at.
And
yeah.
if you don't know, you don't know. That's why I like them, because it doesn't say it anywhere.
I would have had
so
no
if
idea.
you know, you know. And, but no one's
Right.
like
yeah.
looking
it's
down on
not
the
like,
side.
It doesn't have the classic Louis colors and stuff.
Those
Wow.
I think are like 1,700.
No. Wow. Are they comfortable? Because it looks like they have a big arch.
They look so
They are
uncomfortable.
comfortable.
They are?
Because I have a flat foot, so it helps actually.
Oh, wow.
So it's like therapeutic.
Yeah, so do I. Believe it or not.
That's
Yeah.
why I bought them. They're therapeutic.
Right off.
And then I have the Fendi fanny pack. I think this was it was $1,200, which isn't bad for like, handbag
Yeah.
type of thing. And then the dress is, I don't know, not that expensive, probably $100.
Okay.
And then this is the ring, which is like a $900,000 ring. And then the watch is like, probably like, what did I pay? 50? I don't even remember. It was like 3
Beats
years
me.
ago.
Okay.
And then
Do you also
the
have a necklace and
These
earring?
were $700. The Louis
Okay.
Vuitton necklace this was a gift.
Wait, 700 or 700,000?
No, $700.
Okay,
They're
'cause
just
she's
Chanel.
Jack.
They're
See,
just-
You don't know any.
I
there's
have
fine
no
jewelry,
idea.
There's fine,
don't
and then
know.
there's
Yeah.
like costume. So this would be costume. 700 for costume.
Wow. So this could almost be $1 million outfit.
With the jewelry.
With
it's
the-
over.
with the
Yeah.
jewelry,
Or,
with the jewelry.
Close, yeah. With tax.
Jeez.
And tax, yeah.
With tax. Yeah. You're next. You got to get a watch.
I do.
Federico
I do
has
need
to
a watch.
hook you
I'm
up
the
with
only
this.
one here without a watch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bought him a watch,
I had a Rolex.
and then it broke because I bought him
It was
used.
like a diamond.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, you're like 13, so let's just get
I was
you.
like 12.
like a $5,000 first Rolex. Is that weird?
Yes.
Beginner level.
That's what I said. I don't understand what's weird anymore. I'm like, is that
The entry level.
That's normal, right? And so then it broke because it was cheap.
How did it break? It's not cheap.
That's not cheap at all.
Wait, it was a Rolex? How did
Where is
that
it
break?
now? Did you
So I took it back to my
Took it back
jeweler
to her-
and I exchanged it for a diamond dentist bracelet.
For herself.
Oh.
So she took my watch and because it broke, she replaced it and got
How
herself
would
a
a
bracelet.
Rolex break though? That's what I'm confused with because
It
those
just-
watches just don't break. Unless it was aftermarket and
keeping-
diamond.
It was
like that.
also
No,
a
no, no.
12-year-old
It was owned by a
Rolex.
12-year-old. Yeah, I feel like that's.
I think it was like quit taking time. Like, you know how it's off motion or whatever,
Yeah.
but it
It
just
could've
It
wasn't
just needed to be
working.
winded.
It could have just been fixed.
It
Yeah.
could have been. No, those are all automatic watches. My guess is it probably just needed a service and it had never been serviced.
But I did take it to the jeweler and
Yeah.
he did do the exchange. He said, okay, but I just said, give me something for myself.
Oh, then that was it. He probably was just like at this point, like it doesn't matter. But yeah, when I got this, it hadn't been serviced ever, so I just got it for a service and it worked perfectly. But yeah, with Rolexes, I think like every 5-10 years, you're supposed to take it in. Just they lube up the mechanics in the watch, and that's it. They put it back together. That was probably. I don't think you did anything. A lot of those watches are indestructible. You can't break them. Tell us about your watch collection.
I have, and I'm not like, you knew exactly the
Yeah.
make and the
Oh,
model.
yeah.
So I'm more like, I like that. That's pretty. So I like the Frank Mueller because they do like the funny numbers.
They do
around
cool
them,
designs,
and
yeah.
they're really cool. So I have a couple of those. And then I have like the Roadster Cartier. And so I have a couple different ones in the gold and then the silver. And then I have Hublot. I bought that one in Switzerland on our trip, which is more like sporty. And then
And you were mad because they didn't give you champagne, right? Yeah, they wouldn't give her champagne.
I love these stories. These
She
are-
walked in. She's like, "Can I have some champagne while I shop?" They didn't give her any because we were like walking around the town dressed like just normal people. And then she got all mad. She bought the watch with her black card, and she's like, "Next time, bring me champagne."
That's pretty awesome.
Oh wow.
That is really
Well, a
cool.
lot of time I look nice right now, but a lot of
Yeah.
times I'm like in sweats, no makeup, and I'll walk in somewhere and they don't want to help me, whether it's a car dealership or a jewelry store. And I'm like, come on, like I'm serious. I'm gonna buy something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, let's see. Like they're very hesitant to help me sometimes based on, I think a lot of people go through that on appearance or whatever.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I get agitated and
Yeah. Do you find it's the younger salespeople who are more dismissive or the older salespeople who've seen it all?
I'm not sure. I think it's a mixture of both, but knowing I had a store, like very high-end consignment store, you never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
If you saw his father,
Yeah.
and I mean that in a good way, but he's like sleeve tattooed, mohawk,
Really?
like
Yeah,
I did not picture. Do you have a picture of your
I
dad?
did not figure that at all.
No,
Let
I
me pull
imagine
up.
like a clean cut,
no.
Yeah.
polo shirt.
Get those
No.
people outta
there
here.
he is, the one and only dad lad.
That's the reaction.
Let me see.
Oh my god!
I want to see Dad Lad.
I would not have guessed. It's just not what I expected. Like, what do you expect? I'll show you the picture.
Now I guess I don't know what to expect. I guess the sleeves, probably like really red skin.
Red skin.
Like reddish, tan, leathery skin. Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Why would you say that?
I just, oh my God.
He's a legend.
What the heck? Wow.
That's him posing for a thumbnail.
Look at his
for one of my
outfit.
videos.
do you have any other pictures?
Oh my
It's just,
God.
That's his outfit, and then like look at his diamond chain. Like that's him.
You know
He'll wear
what?
like super nice shoes, a diamond chain, and then like a Walmart shirt that he's had for 20 years.
I would love to have him on.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so he always had the tattoos and the that sort of rocker.
He has a story behind all of them.
Yeah.
and yeah, he just keeps adding them on and on. He stopped a couple years ago, but he just adds them all on. He has tattoos on his head,
No way.
all over.
He looks pretty good for 65
Yeah,
or whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
I guess he was. Yeah.
Well, he used to be very, very big. He would like bench in the 300s, and he was like big into working out. Like he was huge. Like he was that guy walking by. You're like, whoa, that's a
How
scary
tall is
guy.
he? He seems like 6 foot.
He was
6'4"?
6'4".
He's shrunk now to 6'2", I think.
He's 6'2" now.
Shrunk to 6.
I mean, he's 65.
Yeah, he's a good time. He would be really good on a podcast because
Yeah.
he's very articulate, deep voice, very funny. You know, he likes to kill rattlesnakes and skin them and make bandanas. I mean,
Oh, he has.
Wait, out of
And he has-
bananas out of the snake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then he has 2 dogs. His dog is actually way more than me. His one dog, the bigger one, still a puppy. The puppy is a 175-pound Tibetan Mastiff.
Yeah.
And then he also has another Tibetan Mastiff. He has 2 African Savannah cats. He paid $20,000 for one cat.
That is so cool.
They're like this long. The kittens still. They can jump. They jump like once I saw one jump over my dad. the 6 foot tall man just phew.
when we got married,
Yeah.
he had a wolf and a snake.
Yeah, he had a wolf. And by a snake, like a 6 foot snake
Wow.
Yeah.
that would swim with him.
How
in the
was he
pool.
able to balance that with
Would
like
swim with him.
yeah,
Wait,
but how was he able to balance that with like running this business at the same time? I'm always curious about that because it's like
Fran?
You hire
yeah.
good people.
Really?
Or you have someone. I used to oversee a lot of it, and then he's had a secretary, the same lady for like
Secretaries, managers.
25 years. Who's it's not that complicated when you're dealing with rents, collecting rents, and
Yes.
you have accountants and things like that oversee it. So it's not really a hands-on type of business. It can be if you choose to.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like I own different things as well, and I just collect the rent and have other people do all the other stuff.
That's smart. Tell us about like what he was like for you growing up as a father. Was he just as crazy of a figure and like doing stuff like that with you?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So like what I didn't. They got divorced. They like split up when I was like 8 years old. So I would see him on the weekends. So it wasn't like I grew up like with him every day, but I always like know he does a lot of crazy things. And like once he picked us up from the airport in a new car because my mom wouldn't let him buy like cars. So we went to New York. We come back and he like bought a new car. He bought a GTR because he liked it. But my mom's like, ew, no, not a Nissan. But
Wait,
he
what?
likes it because it's faster
Yeah.
than her Lambo.
Right.
I could negotiate a better deal. That's all. I walked in on car dealerships before, and he would be sitting behind the desk ready to sign.
Yeah.
And I would say, "What are you selling him?" And he would be like, "I'm selling him a new." He used to like the Sailing Cobra Mustangs or whatever. And I'm like, "And what's your price?" And I'd get my phone out, and he's like, "We're selling it for this." And what year? And then I get on the phone. I'm like, I'd call the dealership, the competitor. I'm like, "Can you beat this price?" And then I'm like, "Let's go. We got another one," because he's emotional buyer.
Yeah.
And so
So are you. That's what I told
But I get a
Chasen
good
today.
deal.
I'm like, we gotta go shopping with Momlad because she won't leave a store without buying stuff.
Oh, we gotta
we gotta go. We gotta go.
put this to the test.
When she's
don't.
in person,
I
she
get so
buys
excited
stuff.
thinking about it.
We
It's
gotta
only
put this to the
6:30.
test. Yeah, we could go to Win.
Oh my
We can go to
god.
Win and buy something. All right, I'm good at that.
I'm gonna.
All right.
Sounds good for me.
I'll buy if you buy.
Oh, there is nothing that I want. There's nothing.
Until you see it.
Till you see it in person.
I'll go shop. I'll look, but I can't promise I'd buy because there's nothing that I would need.
You got to get like a Gucci belt or something.
I'm not even wearing a belt right now.
That's your
Shoes.
problem, dude.
See?
See?
Exactly.
I wear my vesties
got 'em for free.
everywhere. Yeah. They're free shoes. I like those. Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind a pair of Gucci shoes, but I would be so paranoid about getting them like scuffed or dirty. Would never wear them.
Do you go to nice dinners?
Super sushi.
$20 all you can eat.
$21 all you can eat sushi.
So you
down
don't
the
go
street.
to like a
That
really nice
sounds
steakhouse
amazing.
and have like a $300
It's
dinner.
crazy.
No.
Is it close to here?
No.
Yeah,
We
let's go.
okay. There is this
Graham
place
and I
that's
are
really
only
good.
eating
It's
Starbucks
called
for 7 days.
man. What's that one place? Why am I blanking on the name? The steakhouse. Herbs and Rye. Herbs and Rye. They got a happy hour until I think it's 7 p.m. right now. Half price steaks, and they have some of the best steaks I've ever had. And I think it comes out like half price, like $30 for a fillet.
So you don't go to like STK
No.
or for the experience?
No.
For,
No, Herbs and Rye is just as good of an
Giving her a
experience.
chance, man.
No, I know. I know the question.
Well,
The
my
answer is
point
no.
was gonna be
Yeah.
the dinner's like $300-$400. That's a pair of shoes, or 2 dinners. But if you don't
That's a
even,
lot.
but
No,
if you
no,
don't
it
even go to
doesn't-
dinner,
It doesn't. No, that doesn't even equate. It doesn't even equate.
Because I
That-
weigh out things like
we
that.
got a really nice dinner. So when my mom's like, we cook at home, she's like, you just saved $200 when we have a meal at home.
No, the nicest meal was well, the first time we went out to like a really expensive restaurant, it was free. Justin works at a place called Yellowtail, and that was one of the best meals of my entire life. But that probably worked out to be about 200 and something a person. But that was like the first time I've ever experienced something like that.
You
so like
went
the
to
first
Nobu.
time, I
love Nobu.
didn't like Nobu.
I hate you.
You don't like Nobu?
I love Nobu.
Yeah, I went to the
I'm
West
kidding.
Hollywood. I went to the West Hollywood Nobu, which I hear is like the worst one,
Yes.
and the
Should've
Malibu
went to
one
the
is the
Malibu,
best.
yeah.
Yeah. So right now we got an iced coffee hour exclusive that's just on the Clips channel, where we're going to be going over all of your questions to ask the richest kid in America. So if you want to see that, the link is down below in the description. It's only going to be there. So go and click the link right now. Is there something that for you is so expensive that you would not spend money on it, that you feel like that's not worth it?
No, but there's things that are so expensive that I'll get a good deal on it. Like my McLaren, I got for $33,000 under sticker price, brand new. So that I could sell it today for the same price I paid.
Yeah.
So always make sure I'll buy really nice things, but I will not buy it at retail. I'll make sure to get a good deal.
Yeah. How were you able to get it that much off MSRP?
Her friend is the manager of the dealership.
Oh,
And it was the end of the year, and they had one really good deal. And she's like, Yvonne, this is it. And he was trying to make me buy the one with the bigger engine. I bought the 570. He wanted me to buy the 7 whatever. And I'm
Oh,
like,
the
no.
720?
720, yeah.
And I said, it's about the
But
deal.
it's
This
because
is a
her
better deal.
570 was a convertible. No, the other one was a better deal
It
because
was used.
yeah, but it's still just a whole different type of car.
It is, yeah.
Like
the 720 is like a different league.
do you, like number 570 versus 720.
Yeah.
The
I'm a
number's
woman.
so much
50%
bigger.
Okay, he's
increase.
an
Yeah.
engine,
Look at
and
that.
I'm a pull up and look at me.
Yeah, I
But-
get, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
We already argued about this before.
I want to know about cars. Like, how many cars do you have? What are the cars? Do you have a car? You're wait, 15 or 16? Sorry, I forgot.
I have a car. I'm not even gonna. No, my mom will get mad if I say it because she doesn't know I have this car.
You have a
Did
car?
Dad get it for you?
Yeah, Dad got me a car, but I'm not even gonna
Are
say it
you
because my mom will
serious?
get mad.
We know.
It's too late.
No, if I say what type of car, my mom will get mad.
Why?
No, he
Listen,
didn't.
we're here in a safe spot. I'm going to make sure she doesn't get mad.
Okay.
Just
It's
promise.
okay. Wait, it's
Just
okay.
what?
Don't
Promise
get, don't
you're
get
not going to get mad.
Yeah, don't get
Just
upset,
promise.
Donald.
It's
Look,
because it's a very fast car.
And he has it now.
It'll destroy a Lamborghini.
Wait, where is it?
It's his car that he stopped driving.
The Nissan?
The GTR, yeah.
Oh, you're not allowed to drive that. No way.
I told.
She's not angry, though.
I've
No.
kept that a secret for like 2 years.
That's
And then
there's
he asked
no
me-
way. It's 1,000 horsepower. You don't get that
Is
when
it
you're 16 years
supercharged,
old.
or what is it?
It's
gotta be super-
He
it's-
took out the engine and put a new, like, it took apart the engine and put every part is upgraded.
What
He put
car?
like 200 grand into the engine,
What car would you like to see your son drive?
like a bulletproof, like
Probably
tank.
like a Volvo. Do you know what? I think
We have a Volvo out front.
I will tell you. I think maybe I did. I should have raised him more prudently and more not so glamorous, both of my children, because I think you miss out on the drive to have the nice thing in life.
Yeah.
And so if I could change, I'm trying to change it now, but it's too late. So I'm always like, you're spoiled. You shouldn't have that, but it's too late because
Yeah.
it was raised that way.
Yeah.
And so if I could go back, I probably would not have been buying him the Gucci at 11 years old or
I like 8.
do you think it's too late?
Yeah,
It is.
Of course, you would want to
Yeah.
say that
15.
though, right? Like,
What?
he would have an interest in saying it's too late though, right?
No, I think that no, I think yeah, by 16, you've kind of got those experiences already.
And then when
yeah.
you lose the experience, because I say when you're 18, you're on your own. Like you're living in my house now, you're driving around in the McLaren.
Yeah.
But once you hit 18, that's over. But
Then I
my
get the
daughter, who's
GTR.
26, still lives
Then
at
I can
home
drive my
because
car.
she's like, I'm like, go get married, get out of my house
Yeah.
because
Jack's
actually-
single. Look
Come
at Here we go.
Slow your roll.
Jack, you could move in too. It's a nice
Oh my
house.
God. I was saying move out, but
You didn't think about that, did
no.
you?
But the mistake
Guy moves in
being-
too. Yeah.
The mistake is, had she not go to these boarding schools and traveled the world, and she went to school in London. So now when she comes back, I'm like, okay, go get your little apartment in LA and move out and go get a job. She's like,
Yeah.
what? Like, are you going to get me the apartment? It's never ending.
She
and
has
I
a
think,
7-figure education, right?
yes. And so
Where did she go? What did she study?
she went to boarding school, which is extremely expensive, and the travel back and forth on planes and
More
she wound
expensive
up
than
in-
college, like
in
per
Monterey.
year.
Yeah, boarding school was like 60, 70.
We had a family friend growing up that was not your experience necessarily, but the father was really well accomplished, and I think the kids, when they hit 18, neither one of them had a desire to do anything because they knew that they were never going to be able to top what their dad did, because it was so grand and
I feel like I can be them.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's good.
Which I
what I
don't think
want.
they had that same drive, but I think a lot of it was, what's the point? Whatever I do on my own is going to be so inconsequential. I mean, if I make 100,000 a year, this, compared to what he made, it's not even worth it. So both of them kind of fizzled. I think their son still lives he's in his 30s, but never left, just because it's like, what's the point? And their house is so nice that it's like, why?
But that's
yeah.
not what you want for your
I
child.
agree. I
and
agree.
So I
Yeah.
want them to go off on their own and leave the nest. And I think like you need to go through the hardship to build character. My hardest points built me now. So like if anything happens, I'm thick-skinned. My kids have never gone through anything hard. So how are they when they go out there and get rejection?
I have gone through a decent, like
yeah,
a little.
you have.
Sophie
yeah.
less of though.
Yeah, YouTube
because-
puts you through the ringer, I will say.
You know what?
Oh,
and he's
yes,
worked,
we know
Yeah,
that.
He
I
did
know.
Vlogmas every single day
Yeah.
videos.
No, I did 55 videos in 25 days because my girlfriend at the time, she also did Vlogmas, and we were doing couples videos. So I did 25 videos, and I was 6 videos ahead. I lost 5 videos to a corrupted SD card, so I had to reshoot 5 videos for the last 6 days of Vlogmas, and then my girlfriend at the time, she also did Vlogmas. 55 videos in 25 days. Full
See,
YouTube videos.
but that's a drive. So you have a desire to go
Over-
and do something.
I think they
so
were
I think yeah.
all over 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be worried about you. But I think the bar was set high, but I wouldn't I could already tell you have the drive. So
Do you want to meet my daughter?
Jack. Look, he's turning all red.
No, I'm
Look.
not.
She's still at home.
The richest girl in America.
Please
Stop.
Jack dates the richest girl in America. Please. Oh my God, let's do this.
The richest stepkid in America.
Jack, come on, man.
Please.
Richest son-in-law.
Yes, come on, Jack. Jack's a great guy. Really nice.
Stop trying to sell me, man.
She can move in with you.
That's here.
I live here.
Me. Jack lives in here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Tell us more.
She taught me.
So we're done with the clips segment, right? Like the clips. Okay, just checking.
She's really smart.
Well, that's good. Very nice.
She funny?
Yeah, she's a little bit of a brat though.
Oh.
She's snarky.
A lot.
Yeah,
A
she's snarky.
lot of a brat.
How would you feel if Jack was dating your sister?
Dude,
Be
come on.
lit. That'd be sick. We all wish she had a boyfriend.
I'm like, go get a boyfriend, get out of the house. I'm all, move out. Go
I
find
have a
boyfriend.
more active dating life than her.
Go get
She's
married.
26. Yes, than her.
Nice, man.
And she's like, why would I leave this? And then she sits out on the balcony. I'm like, get out of my house.
But there must be a part of you that enjoys having her around and like enjoying the company, right?
26.
Bring the.
We're done.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when she leaves, you're gonna be bummed out that she left.
She left twice and I made her move back home.
Exactly,
Really?
and that's
See, there we go. That's yeah.
the exact case. I go and I visit my parents, and then like I'm there, and they're like, "All right, Jack, you gotta go." And then I leave, and they're like, "When are you coming back? When are you coming
Yeah,
back?" And
yeah.
that's just how it
Exactly.
is. That's how
Yeah.
parents are.
Yeah.
She actually is the one who did all the editing for him.
No
and
way.
It was just them two in the beginning.
All the filming, all the editing,
Everything. She was the
the
film,
producing,
editor.
directing, because
Yes.
I was not a YouTuber. I learned and taught myself, and she helped to become natural on camera and like how to talk. But in the beginning, I was very, very, very bad.
She would be like, say this properly.
Say this sentence, and then I'd say it, and then now say this sentence, and like my first YouTube videos weren't even me. It was like my sister threw me.
Yeah. Takes practice.
Yeah,
Takes a
it
lot of
takes a
practice to
lot.
do it. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This is awesome. Coming all the way to Las Vegas for this. I really appreciate it. And as a thank you for coming on, I will give you some Bankroll coffee.
That's awesome.
Now for sale at bankrollcoffee.com. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll link to all of your information down below in the description, where you could also get a free stock that's now worth all the way up to $70.
Oh,
$70. You may as well just do that because it's pretty much like free money, and I'm posting all of my own stock trades on there. So if you want to be a part of it, the link is down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.
intro that.
Yeah.